What's up, y'all? It's Tisha the Diva, and this is for my ladies. This is my podcast where amazing things happen and we get to talk, discuss, and celebrate real women of color. This is for my ladies is just for you. This podcast is a place where I get to highlight not only my life dreams and goals, but yours too. I believe I was called to create a platform for myself to express not only my thoughts, but those of other women that's unfiltered and untamed. I plan to talk and discuss topics that interest me and other women. I want my audience to be engaged and aware. So any topics, email them to me at tishadediva@gmail.com. What's up, y'all? It's Tisha the Diva. Y'all already know what time it is. This is for my ladies. Y'all, I am back with my 32nd episode, season 2 of This Is For My Ladies, and I decided to have a special guest on my show. Normally, I have women up here because this is for my ladies. However, I have a very, very special guest, and I guess now the title is Oscar Award-winning Top Rope Zeus.
That sounds nice.
But yes, y'all. So me and Zeus, we go back. Zeus and I did a couple of some work a couple years ago when he was.
Videos.
Yes, he was doing Humpday Romance. How we got connected, I have no idea, but I'm glad we got connected. I think you were just looking for somebody to be in your video, and I was just like, hey, I'll be in your video. And I think I had played a hoe in your first video.
That's not what you played. That is absolutely not true.
No,
that
what
is
was
not what she played.
it?
There was no hoe in there. Not
it was which video? We had a couple of videos.
It was a segment, a comedic segment called Ask a Prostitute.
Oh, Ask a Prostitute.
And
okay.
I wrote a script for you because you're not a prostitute, and you played a prostitute. But so did Halle Berry. You just didn't get an award for it. But that was one of my favorite videos in terms of the setup. It was very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And I like finding creative ways to make engaging content, but it's very simple to shoot. And you were funny. You were very funny, and we blurred your face out as a part of the video because, you know, when you first start off videos, people don't understand this is art, this is a script. I know other people just write videos on the fly, but you know me, that's never what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had, hey, this is what we're doing, this is the idea behind it. And I think that's why early on I was able to get people like you in the videos because you was like, okay, we're not just doing something off the fly, we're doing something real. Right.
So after that, wait, what's going on?
There we go. I got speaking to the mic.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So that went on. You know, we did that. Then we did a music parody for the natural hair, y'all. So
I forgot you was in that shit.
Yes.
Yo, you were in Where the Fuck Is Your Hair?
Yes.
You were in that
shit.
Damn.
Yes, I was in that.
I loved your part too because I don't know if they got it, if it came across screen. What was supposed to be was y'all were kidnapping me, and another girl, Shaka, which is my homie.
Yes. Shout out to Shaka. How you doing, girl?
Yeah, shout out to Shaka. I ain't seen Shaka since cabbage was a nickel. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, Shaka, she played a plant, and I was watering her afro as if it was like a fertile plant. And then y'all popped up behind me, and she used your hair as like how they use those chloroform masks to pass out. If y'all look back at the video, that's what I was trying to go for. I don't know if it came across, but that time that was great. I mean, just the whole thing was great. And then World Star. It was fun. So World Star a few times. Yeah. World Star a few times. So definitely thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity. Thank you for that opportunity, y'all. He made me a star because people was like, yo, you on World Star? I'm like, yup, that's me. That's me. But, so, and then again, with Vids Inc., like, I was telling people when I first started my podcast, I was recording it from home, in my bed, in the closet. Mark reached out to me. And I'm like, this is like family. Because, again, I started working with them when I started working with you years ago, and look at you now. You're out in LA, you're with BuzzFeed, you're an Oscar winner. Like, how does that feel? Like, how has everything, has it came full circle? Is this things that you have always projected, always, you saw yourself being here, being in these moments? Like, talk about that. How has the transition been from leaving Virginia, going to LA, and just basically all the things that you have created? How has it been?
hard. Very hard. In terms of your first question, like, everything happening, like, is it full circle? You know what? Success to me, like, everything that's happening to me is similar to when you order something online, like a purse or something you really want, and you order it, and you see the picture, right? You're like, oh, I'm going to kill that. Order it, and you forget about it, right? When it comes to the house, you're not surprised that it's there, but you're pleased with your purchase.
Yeah.
I'm pleased with my purchase.
Okay.
I manifested where I wanted to be. A lot of nights, man, like being at Viz Inc., I would edit my videos 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, 2 o'clock, and I would wake up and go, because I worked as a social worker, so I had to be up at like 7:30 and be somewhere else. And I would just kind of stare and just find water and just sit out there and visualize being in LA. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how. And Norfolk has a way of, it's an imaginary ceiling here that we feel like, it's a mental ceiling in the area that I just had to break myself out of. And literally, I had to leave this area to see what the rest of the world was doing. And just see there wasn't any ceiling.
Yeah.
It wasn't, So I'm very happy about this, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can make things happen if they get themselves in the right mindset. And you got to, see, in order to have outward success, you got to work on the inside.
Yeah.
People think that it's a shortcut where you're going to be a successful person, but you can still be a liar.
Yeah.
Or you can still be somebody who is selfish in nature. The reason why I'm able to do this is because I have to work with a lot of different people. Black, white, gay, not gay, transgender, and all that. So I have to be able to occupy in different capacities because my vision is important enough for that. You know? So yeah, man, it's super dope. It's super dope. And I mean, I'm just getting started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Started,
Absolutely.
I'm hungry for more.
Yes, absolutely. So talk about, because a lot of people who are from Virginia, what's up, y'all?
Yeah, get there. Look at her. Look at her.
Look at me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who, creatives in Virginia, dream of going to LA, dream of the LA dream, the life and all that stuff. How was your transition from moving from, coast to coast? And explain it? Did you have anything lined up did you just go out there on a whim? Like, how was it? Just explain that.
Well, the condensed version is I had did the second season. So I was ready to release the second season of Humpday Romance. And I was talking to Marcus, Viz Inc., and I was like, man, I'm kind of bored, man. Like, what would I do with this? I didn't want to just release the second season on the internet and then just wait for people to see it.
Yeah.
So I said, yo, let's do a comedy show. I was like, yo, do you think we could, like, sell out the Funny Bone?
And
like,
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I remember that. And I had a
Exactly.
great time. Like, I remember that.
I was nervous. That whole time I was nervous because at the time I didn't do stand-up. And I knew people eventually because everybody's like, yo, man, you funny, you should do stand-up. And I'm like, do I really want to do stand-up? Not do I think I have the ability to do stand-up, but do I have the patience for stand-up? Because I was just nervous of live action. When you're behind the screen, sometimes it was nervous. So anyway, Viz Inc. was like, nigga, you should do it. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So they gave me the support I needed, and we packed out the house.
Yes.
Like, we packed out the house.
The news, everybody was there. Everybody was there.
You want to know how, you know what it was? Like, so the way I am is, anytime I do an event and I know my name is on the line, whether it be a project, big or small, live event, I am so afraid of it not doing what it should do that I put every effort to do it.
To make sure that it does do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't stress out, but I make sure shit get done. And I make sure that I have, not everybody, I make sure I have the right people in place that know what I don't know. Marcus and these guys, man, even from Ricky over here with audio, he'll let you know. Anytime I have a question about audio, Rick, do I not hit you up? Exactly. Exactly. Because I understand that I'm a small piece of the process. I'm not the whole process. So once I did that, and I'm like, white people at the end of the show was coming to me, all white people. Then I'm like, I know you don't be watching BET or stuff like that. And they came up to me and said, your show was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And that's when God told me, yo, my message is universal.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, because when I saw it, I saw, white people in there.
I know.
I was just like,
Come on,
wow. Like, he got white people in this. I mean, and it was good, like entertainment, good comedy, and I mean, it was great. It was genius. That's how I felt about it. And I was just like, wow.
That gave me thank you because for one, I wouldn't have been able to make that possible. For one, Quincy Carr hosted.
I still follow. Shout out to Quincy. I still follow him.
Quincy was an intricate piece because I wasn't a stand-up at the time, and I did not have. I didn't have those connections. And usually when you get into stand-up, people have been doing stand-up for years and years and years. But this is a different day. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take digital and then make it into stand-up. You just got to make sure you can bring it on that stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, I said, okay, the event was a success. Now what, Zeus?
Right.
And I'm like, well, I need to be a better actor. I want to study more. I love investing in my craft. I've taken commercial classes. I've went to UCB and taken Saturday Night Live classes because UCB is where the Saturday Night Live, they get a lot of their talent and script writers, and I was the only black guy in the class when I went to LA. So getting ahead of myself. So after the event, I really can't explain it, but something said, Zeus, you gotta go.
Yeah.
And I never lived away from Norfolk. I'm from Norview.
Yeah. I remember your brother was out there. You met one of your brothers or somebody out in L.A.?
Out in L.A. One of my frat brothers?
No, one of your a family member or something.
Oh, yeah.
Did that also kind of prompt you to want to go out there too, now that you had family somewhere else?
No, because that's family on my father's side.
Okay.
Interesting enough, I had never met my brother until that point.
Right.
So I just met him recently a couple years ago. My father's side, my half brother. I'm Puerto Rican. My father's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And so that was the first time I met him. But also too, I'd only been around my actual biological father like one time out there. But I do my abuela and my primos and cousins and all that. They're
the abuela and primos and stuff,
primos,
because his daddy Puerto Rican and stuff.
He didn't teach me that. That's a lot of being around Peril, like from BuzzFeed, and being around Julissa and all the other Hispanics to hook me up and make sure. But no, that had nothing to do with it. I was tired of being tired. I was tired. I said, what do I have to lose? What is this thing I'm afraid of? And mind you, I went to Norfolk State. My support system's here. I didn't know nobody in LA.
Yeah.
I had one factor working for me in LA. In 2015, December, the Where the Fuck Is Your Hair video, somebody saw it, and a woman reached out to me over email, and she happened to be a manager for a company called Luba Rockland. Luba Rockland is the company that the director Skin, that's his management company.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, 2015, that's how me and him got connected. That's how I got connected to Skin. We had the same management, and they let me know about the project. I told them in Virginia, I am from a historically racist, prejudiced sort of environment, so I need to be around stories that I feel like push that narrative forward.
Yes.
So I just told my moms, I was like, yeah, I gotta go. And she understood because I had prepped her a couple years before when I was doing the Geico stuff.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna do everything I could possibly do here until I can go no further. All the acting studios and stuff around here wasn't really getting any work. Like, I was getting the Geico commercial, but think about it. That's a national commercial. That
right.
Shit don't come
I mean,
in
because
this area
when
I had to fight not fight, but I'm saying I had to go up against every black and white actor in this town for Geico. And when we made it to the final rounds, right? I was the only black guy there. It was older white men there. And we had to do the audition for the Geico thing. The clients were in Switzerland. So we walked into this room, and you have these people who are on Skype, and they're looking at you.
Wow.
And you're there with a little stick. So I came in with my own props. I'm a props ass nigga.
Okay.
I need y'all to see what I'm trying to do. So I had the headphones on. I had pretend like I was in a helicopter, and then I noticed they were like, okay, we want you to, we like that, can you do it again and do it like this? Here's a little tip, actors. When a director tells you, okay, now let me see if you can do it like this, that's usually their way of saying that you might have potential and they're trying to see if you take direction well. That is your time to take direction well. Listen and do what they say do. Don't put your extra spin on it or none of that shit. They know what they want, give them what they want. Because that's all it is, acting is working in different capacities. So what I want under my project, I have to understand if I'm in somebody else's kitchen and they're paying me to be a certain persona or a narrator or something like that, I have to give them
what they want. Right, exactly.
So I moved to LA. I got apartment that was $1,450 for a studio, and the bed came out of the wall.
Oh wow, the ones.
Yeah, the boom.
Wow.
The bed came out of the boom. So like, if you trying to, bring some company over, you know what I'm saying? You gotta bop bop, let that motherfucker drop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then no refrigerators came in the joint either. Like in LA. So I didn't know anybody. The only person I knew was an NSU alumni, and I actually coincidentally moved across the street from her, Franceli Chapman.
Wow.
Franceli Chapman. If you're from NSU, you know Sally. Sally was a theater major. She's actually an actress out there in LA now. She's actually writing on a show right now. Actually,
Oh wow! Shout out to
Spanish show.
her.
So shout out to Sally. But she was the only person I knew. Her and Ashley Robinson, who was AKA from Norfolk State DE. And she's also a producer out there. And Ashley took me to Walmart to get some groceries.
Aww.
So NSU was the only two people that I knew. And in terms of sacrifice, because I know a lot of people are at that point where they're like, man, I want to move to LA.
Because that's what a lot of people want to know. I still want to move to LA. Tell me more.
Check this out. So 2 weeks before, a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks before I moved to LA, my apartment is signed. I got my stuff situated. I tell my manager, hey, I'm coming, because I'm signed with Luba Rockland at this time. Because she let me be out here for a little bit. I was signed out here before, and then she was like, eventually you're going to have to move to LA.
We need you here.
I said, okay, cool. 2.5 weeks, I find out that I'm going to be a father.
Wow.
I'm going to be a father. And I was pressured very heavily to not go and to give up my dreams and let it go, and to just let it go. Now, you got to understand, at this point, I've been working 4.5 years to get to this point. And I asked myself, well, what do you want, Zeus? And what is God telling you for your life? Because here's the thing, people will try to get you to take the direction that they think you should go with your life. You don't give people permission to take the wheel of your life. Yeah. God's plan for me is God's plan. But you gotta understand, if somebody's telling me to do something, it's not for my narrative.
It's for theirs.
It's for theirs.
It's for theirs.
And don't let people think you gotta stay somewhere to be a good parent, a mom, a good dad. You can do that wherever you at. But the best success I can ever show my children is the one that I've done in my proof. Not, I tried and now I'm gonna live through you. Fuck that.
Right.
I'm alive and I'm healthy.
Right.
Fuck you mean I ain't old, my dreams ain't done.
Right.
So it was very difficult, and I'm gonna be honest, it was some of the hardest times in my life, because when you have people, or certain people, who don't want you to do what you're doing and they resent you for it, and you leave an area that you feel like, damn man, I'm leaving my area I'm about to put on, and then you leave and nobody thinks about you because nobody's calling you. So now you're in a strange place in an apartment by yourself, trying to figure out, did I make the right decision? You don't got a job. I didn't have a job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had my YouTube channel going on and stuff like that, so I knew how to make money.
Were you, okay, so you were generating money.
I was making money off my YouTube channel since 2012, when I became a partner with YouTube. Okay. But at that time, I didn't know anybody in the LA area, so and LA is very cliquey. Mm-hmm. In order to work with other people, you got to meet these people. Either they have to see your stuff, you have to have super big following, or you have to meet them in person and make that connection. Yeah. And so I had to do that. 8 months into me having my apartment, I was homeless. I had to get out.
In LA?
In LA.
You were homeless in LA?
Yeah, I was homeless.
I do the same thing. What's your time?
Oh no, yeah, I know, right?
What's your time?
It was an hour.
Mass is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
It was an hour.
But that's good, because it's like it's past 8 o'clock. But anyway.
Yeah, and so I went from moving there with a smile on my face and having my stuff and nice boxes and my flat screens and all that. And then actually, out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, my car's gone. Wow. My apartment's gone.
Repossessed?
And, nah, not repossessed. Oh. And my clothes are in trash bags. And I'm like on a friend's couch. Wow. That I barely know. Because you know what I'm saying? And
living the LA dream.
Shit, most people, you know what I'm saying, would have just peeled and left.
Yes.
I stayed the whole year. I didn't even go home to Christmas that year because I couldn't afford it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't come from a rich family or anything like that. So I actually used that Christmas to spend with my family in San Diego and get closer to them and know them. But to be away from the 757 and to be out there, man, that shit ain't easy. It's difficult, but
because it would have been easy. It would have been easy to just come back home because your support is here.
Yeah.
But you being in a whole different state where you had to really depend on yourself, like really depend on you, your talent, your dreams, and everything what brought you and led you there.
Mm-hmm. And also when you have a whole, you're about to be a father. You know what I'm saying? Like you have 9 months, like yo, this child is coming. Like so that's what I'm saying. Like you have people who can move out to LA and they got money for a place, they know people, they can stay on couches, they're good, and they're still afraid of that. It's the people that have everything to lose, and you sacrifice everything to see what you really want to do because, I only feared not becoming anything. Where I come from Norfolk, Virginia, man, and it was a lot of talented, friends that I had that were good singers, good dancers, and we just never had an outlet or a building to go to say, hey, you can act, right? You can write scripts. How about we teach you how to do lighting and things like that?
We don't have that. We definitely don't have that. Not yet. That's right. So as far as you now being an Oscar award winner, how does that make you feel? Like, how was that? Like, how is your life now? How do you feel like, is there anything that's different or is there anything that now, okay, this is it right here? How do you feel? Talk about that. Talk about leading up to that point because like you said that you had kind of partnered with somebody that was the director for Skin.
So the director for Skin, how I found the movie Skin was my manager. So Luba Rockland has about 11 to 12 managers under it. Each manager has their own roster of actors. So my manager, Danielle, what up, Danielle? What up, D?
What's up, D?
She said, yo, Zeus, white girl from Brooklyn. She's like, yo, Zeus, I got this film or whatever, and, I think you should check it out. It's a short film. She said it doesn't pay any money, but I really think you should do it. This is why it's important to take opportunity. I read the script, and I said, yes, I want to do it. She said, it's not for any money. I said, I don't give two shits. I'm doing this fucking movie. Why? Because I knew it was special. I knew it was special by the shit that we was talking about. And anything I do just got to be of substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do, you seen my videos, man. I don't be doing the stuff where it's a girl
everything definitely has like an underlying meaning to it.
Right.
Like even with your comedy.
Right, exactly. And to answer your question, I mean, ain't shit really changed with me. It's just people now are just getting more privy to things that I do. It's kind of like when you got a hit song, but your album been dope. Now your song hit and everybody goes and looks at your other stuff that you've done and those things. So you appreciate the recognition because, I mean, I've done shit that don't got a lot of views. That I love. That's my favorite shit. Yeah,
like your last video with the whole slave, I'm taking a day off. Oh my God, that was funny as fuck.
If slavery was a choice.
If slavery was a choice. But I mean, all your stuff is funny. Like, so make sure y'all pause. Pause.
Look, I ain't heard a good pause on the East Coast in a minute. I was like, yeah. I miss a good pause.
Make sure you all go on YouTube right now. Well, after you watch this. After you watch this. And make sure you type in Humpday Romance, Top Rope Zeus, okay? He is responsible for the State Farm. What is it? What's the
State Farm,
Go
stay
ahead.
in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Yes, and even when you did the military one, the boot camp,
my
that's like, God.
You're right. You're 100%.
Oh my God. I mean, like you done came a long way. Yeah. You done came a long way.
It don't feel like that, though. Like, it really don't. Like, you gotta understand, when you're doing something that you love to do, it don't feel like work. And I personally like not having permission to do shit. Yeah. Like, in this area, the best thing that this area could see is a nigga from Virginia doing what the fuck he want to do. Yeah. So that we can understand that, for one, we all can do that. What is it that we really need? You got to look at it. Marcus reached out to you because you were already doing something. Right. If you want to start something, do it now. There will never be a right time to do anything.
Talk to the camera,
The quickest way, and this is not my phrase, this is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee said, he was like, the quickest way to not do something is to overthink. I have been the king of overthinking. So many times I've spent so much on a large idea, and I did not understand that my large ideas have to fit with the way people are consuming content. So one of my biggest problems that I had was that my videos were too long. I did not study Instagram. I was kind of like a little bit boastful of myself. Actually, if I'm keeping it a stack with you, when I first moved out to LA, I needed to be humbled. Because I felt like, I'm Zeus, I'm saying? The shit I'm doing with the pen is better than what these other niggas doing out here. And then I sat and I ain't work with nobody. And then for a whole year, I didn't do no videos. I didn't do no videos for like a whole year. And mad people was messaging me like, yo, where the videos at? And I noticed that my following and all that shit was following off. But more importantly, I did not feel purposeful. I felt like, yo, I'm just existing at this point. I went and got a job at a studio, which was cool. But my first studio job was at a place called Stream TV, and they were super great to me. It was this older white woman who was her name was, I forgot her name, but she was super woman.
Shout out to Stream TV.
Yeah, shout out to Stream TV. But she was an old Viacom
wow,
person.
okay.
So she had a lot of experience in the industry in terms of the historia of it, but she was not privy to digital. And that's the biggest problem, was that people aren't privy to digital. So anyway, they hired me as a host. They was like, yo, we see you host. But once they saw the other stuff I did, it was like, well, we want you to do the research for the show. I had to be the face of the show. I edited the show. I uploaded the show to their YouTube
So it was like your whole project.
Here's the other shit. I was also the janitor.
Damn.
Yeah, I cleaned up the building at the end of the day as a janitor. After all that, I moved sets around for other shows and things like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people think like the shit's sweet out here, which it is, but you got to be willing to love what you do. Because I still do shit for free.
Yeah.
I still do the right thing. Now I can just choose what I want to do for free. But you know what I'm saying? So I feel like people miss opportunity because it sounds like it's disguised as, and it's usually dressed up just like, hard work.
Yeah.
And people don't want that. They just want a quick answer to, hey man, show me how to do this. If I told them what it was, they don't want to hear that. They just want me to confirm what their assumptions are. But they don't want to hear what it really is. How do you do it? Yo, man, how you doing it?
So how do you do it?
How do I do what?
How do you do what you do? Like, how do you go from one state, move to another, work, get through being homeless, become an Oscar Award winner, come back, put on other different projects? How do you do it?
First off, you're making it sound very historic, my story. I appreciate that. It didn't go down like that in application. But yeah, how do you do it? I think you do it just how we do anything else. I just wanted it. Like, if you want to go to work, you're going to go to work.
Yeah.
If you want to fix your shit so you can get your marriage right, you're going to fix it. I just wanted it. I wanted it so bad as I can breathe. Like, I come from a Norview ain't a rich area.
No.
It's a lot of people that's poor. It's a lot of people that are extremely talented and smart. They just don't have... Norfolk has a ceiling because older people sit in positions that don't let younger people that need to be there. So that way, Norfolk stays in 1957 versus in 2019.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So... Yo, man, like, I've cried for this shit, son. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, you got to really love this shit to leave your child on the outside, you know what I'm saying? And go back and forth and, fly back and forth, have her, because, I can't have her on a plane, so I'm back and forth seeing her as much as I can, but that shit money.
Yeah.
And in LA, when you first starting there, you don't have to stay in LA to make money. Let's be clear. I went to LA because I needed to go there and be there, have my presence felt, learn the industry firsthand of what's going on, to compare what I was doing to see, are these niggas doing something different from me, or am I doing the exact same thing? Am I doing it better?
Yeah.
And I picked up a lot of jewels, and LA is a great place that has a lot of great people there. But you gotta stop making excuses. You also have to be yes to life. So many people say they want to be yes to their dreams, but you can't even offer them motherfuckers a book to read.
Come on now.
I don't understand
now.
that shit. People say they want to be successful, but has time to argue in their day with people about stupid shit. People want, yo, Zeus, how did you do it? By being professional, by being on time, by being communicating in different ways, by being accommodating, by making it not just about me by collaborating. You know what I'm saying? I have a digital workshop where I'm working on where I want to go to HBCUs and I want to teach them how I'm doing it. And I've created my own curriculum.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's great. And they
Yeah.
would definitely, of course, let you come in.
I mean, you would
Has
think
it been hard?
it's very hard. Like, you got to think about it. Nobody's even asked me in my hometown to be a keynote speaker yet. Nobody. Not even my own university.
Wow.
Not even my own university.
But they
And,
can
you know what I'm
come
saying?
and Zeus, Norfolk State Alumni, Oscar Award winner.
Well,
Fuck no.
well, never that. Never that. But it's interesting because, you know, a lot of people, first off, a lot of people support me, especially from the green and gold, man. The reception from Norfolk State has been extremely overwhelming, and I'm thankful for that. But nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
And you got to ask yourself, why isn't alumni from this area coming back? Because I am not the only NSU, HU, ODU alumni. But see, other universities bring their alumni back more because they understand the importance of it. When you have older people, or people, I should say, that are disconnected from what's going on, they don't care.
Yeah.
So they're not serving the students, they're serving themselves. Bring somebody in here to inspire the students. Don't bring somebody in here that only you know.
Exactly.
And also, bring people that are currently in the industry. Not someone who went, had a moment, and now they're ready to teach.
Yeah.
No shade to anybody.
No shade.
But if this is truly your passion, you're gonna always do it.
Right.
You don't have to do it on a national level or Oscar or whatever. It's plenty of theater teachers and people who are teaching, but I came back to the area because I'm gonna do my own commercial workshop because I have booked many commercials from a national to regional or whatever, and anybody can book a commercial. Like, you don't got to be a good actor to book a commercial. No real shit. Like, I can.
So how do you get into booking commercials for anybody that wants to book commercials?
Go to a commercial class.
Okay.
Invest. Stop trying. Pay for information. We are so damn cheap that we will pay for wings and Henny and Gucci and clothes and nails and weave and eyelashes. But nobody want to
We'll
take a
invest in
goddamn
ourselves,
acting class, a voiceover class, a narration class. Take a commercial class. Why not? I will be taking classes for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
LA, them classes expensive.
Wow.
I've taken, like I said, UCB class. We've doing script and I've had friends that done script anatomy classes that have been like bread money, and I'm about to take more too. When I get back to LA, I'm gonna take another voiceover narration class.
Yeah. Because
right now I'm a voiceover narrator for the show Homicide Cities on the Investigation Discovery Channel. And last year was the first season, and we're working on the second season now. I want to get better because I want to be animation one day.
Yeah.
And to break into animation. To break into animation voiceovers is one of the hardest things to do because right now celebrities are the voices and that's what's happening.
Yes.
So if you're not already an established celebrity, it's very hard to break into animation. But that means I just gotta master.
So do you think that it's just picked over because of the celebrity's name versus?
No, you just gotta earn your keep.
Okay.
You gotta earn it. Like, people have been in this industry for 10 years. People want to just jump in and just take off. It don't work like that. It's the energy you put behind it. Yeah, if you love what you do, like, I just love what I do. So I never look at something and be like, oh man, I need this to make me. I just be like, yo, this is dope. This feels good. This feels right.
Yeah.
And I think it alarms people that when I talk, like, I have choices. Like, you asked me, like, everybody's been asking me since I've been back home. They're like, yo, Zeus, yo, how long you in town?
Yeah, because I definitely asked
Exactly.
you.
I mean, that's a
I was
good
like,
question,
how long
though.
you here for?
That's
You
a
was
very
like,
good question.
when, however long I want to be. However
Yeah.
long you want to be.
I just don't know.
And I was like, oh, you on some rich shit, huh? You come and go when you feel like it. But that's how it should be. I mean, it's just like, I come to a town, if I'm here for a day, if I'm here for a week, if I'm here for a month, but then I have all means to go back home.
Right. I think it's a rich mindset that I have, not necessarily that. I
But
mean,
that's good anyway. A rich mindset is a great thing to have.
You know, perspective can change your life.
That's true.
Perspective can change your life. And I want to help people. I want to help people. I want to, you know, teach these people what I got going on. So that's another reason why, like I said, I'm doing events and things like that in the area.
So you said we were talking before the interview and all that stuff or whatever, which didn't even know I was gonna have him up here, but I'm so grateful and thankful.
Thank you.
You were saying that as far as coming back home, and not your words, but putting on for your city, what is it that Zeus wants to give back to Norfolk? Give back to the 757, give back to the Hampton Roads. What is it that you want to give back since you want to help people?
The biggest thing I want to give back is information. I want to give information to those that want to take it and those that are willing to give it. I'm not doing anything for anybody. Nobody did anything for me. But information is free. Information is free. I don't understand how people get to a certain point and now they stingy with the info. Well, I didn't have to do it that way. Well, so what, motherfucker? Does it cost me anything to give it to them?
I seen a post that said something like that. It was just like Virginians are some of the most stingiest people when it comes to information. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm looking for a job now. I want to tell you that they job hiring. It's just like they do not want you to know what they did to reach their level of success.
Yeah, but that's CIB, crab in a barrel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Crab in a barrel mentality that I think that you succeeding somehow dims my light. Nah, that's corny.
Yeah.
And also, too, Jamie Foxx said something with Oprah. He said, man, you can always tell the people who really don't have the talent, the people who are just hot for the moment. And I was like, that's an interesting concept. He said, the people that are just hot for the moment, you can tell by the way they act when they have it. So they know that this will never be something that's sustainable. So they're going to go ahead and act a fool, act lavish, and all that stuff. But the people, like Jamie, he was saying, the people that have the talent, they know that they can recreate this moment again.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this Oscar more than anything, but I'm more excited about what it represents for my city. It represents possibility. Why everybody can't win an Oscar? Is Zeus the only fucking chosen one? Fuck no.
No, but yes, but congratulations. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. I mean, has anybody from our city won an Oscar?
Probably. I don't know.
We don't know. So we just gonna say you the first one.
I know Nate Parker.
But okay, Nate.
I don't know if he won an Oscar, but I know from the film he did.
But yes,
I got mad respect for Nate Parker. He's
and I
from
went
Norfolk.
Yes, he is. And I went to when he had the Nat Turner movie, when he did the whole premiere. Yeah. I be trying to be on the scene when it was great. It was great. I mean, I feel like Norfolk, Virginia period definitely breeds some amazing people. We have Pharrell, Missy, Chris Brown, Timberland. We have Mad Skills. We have now Zeus. We have myself.
That's it. We got
me.
We got Bink. We got my man Masego, Billy Mercury.
Masego, yes.
We got Knots. My man Knots over there. We got a lot of producers, man. We got Allen Iverson. We got Sweet Pea Whitaker.
Sweet Pea.
Mike Vick. I study the legends of the city because I've never met these people, but I cannot be from the 757 and not know what they've done. And to your narrative and to your point, the interesting thing about 757 Virginia is we ain't regular people.
No.
And here's why. Any niche that we go into, whether it be sports, music, we don't just enter the field.
We dominate it.
We change the course of it.
Change it and dominate it.
Missy Elliott changed the course when she came in. She changed the course of music. She is a Madonna.
Yes.
Pharrell, he has changed the course of music. Timberland, he has changed the course of music. Bink, he has changed the course of music. Iverson changed the NBA. Nobody was even dressing like him until he took his 757 swag came up there and did it. So, and the list goes on and on. So my thing is, I'm like, man, I'm going to be what they are in their niche, in my niche. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I want the key to the city one day. I want to bring festivals. I have events. I want to build my city up like Chance the Rapper's doing.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, the right people will reach out to me in the city that want to build. But me, I'm building.
I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Like, you just don't even understand. Like, I'm very proud of you.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yes, I am. Because it's just like, those that touch the hem of your garment. Like, we have worked together. Like, we have definitely worked together.
Yes.
And being from Norfolk is just like, sometimes a lot of people do share like some of the same backgrounds and all that stuff or whatever. And to see you doing it and you're continuously doing it, and then the fact that you said, that you want to be bi-coastal, you want to, you went out to LA to see like, hey, are they doing anything different than what I'm doing? No, they really not. But I can take everything that I've developed, everything that I've learned, not from here, but from there as well, and then also bring it back to my people, my community, my city, and everything or whatever, because Virginia we are talented.
Very talented.
We are so
everybody's just so
talented. Everybody is so individualistic.
And nobody supports from the area until everybody in the rest of the world is already on it.
Exactly.
And that's got to stop.
And that's what that really has to stop, because there's strength in numbers, there's strength in volumes, and if we come together and if we actually support each other, support everybody that comes from here, like they do in Atlanta, they do, because
Atlanta be supporting.
If somebody rap, everybody, oh yeah, this my nigga, he rap. We don't hop on the bandwagon. We see it as dick riding, and no, hop on the dick ride. Hop on the bandwagon. These are your people. Dick ride. But seriously, this Hennessy is hitting.
Listen.
Don't nut. Look.
Listen. Yeah, man. I think that the best advice that I can give for the 757 is go out and support people. Go out and support. If you have something that you want to do, go on YouTube and figure out who's doing it with the same limitations that you have, and then follow that model. Don't be afraid to try and change. Invest. Get a camera phone. Get a microphone. This shit is not expensive. It's really not expensive.
Amazon, y'all.
Everybody's using the same equipment out here. Very simple. It's not the equipment. It's not what you're doing. It's the content. It's what you bring to the screen. I could do a whole show with just sitting here in this thing right here and make it captivating for people if I have the idea that I want to go through. You know what I mean? Honestly, anybody that has like a niche, like if you like to do certain things, I could probably figure out a way that you can make money off of that.
Right.
Like my mom loves flea market shopping or whatever. I'm like, yo, you can just go, Gary Vee has this thing called Trash Talk. You can just go on Gary Vee's thing and he teaches you, it's an app where you can go and they show you what junk is selling for high. So when you see it, you can just go to the app. Oh, this is going for this Snoopy or something is going for like $80 on the internet, but they're selling it for $2 in the garage sale.
Wow. Yeah.
Take it, clean it up, you know what I'm saying, and then like purchase it and sell it. But here we have such a penny mindset. People would rather like do things the hard way instead of like digitally or getting all this free information on Google. It's Googleable.
Yeah, iTunes University. You don't get no degree, but you actually can take courses, y'all. iTunes University.
And for the people that say they don't have time, let me ask you this: you don't have time. Ask yourself, did you catch Maury? Were you able to watch the Shade Room? Did
you spend time on Instagram without your timer set?
How much?
How much time do you actually spend up there?
Did you get some cheeks? You know what I'm saying? If you in relationships, man, or dating, or if you somebody like most people doing, just out here fucking everybody, listen, the time that you stroking, you could be working. Or the time that you riding, you could be working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just literally, the people that want to dedicate their time to it is the ones that usually are successful. And consistency. I struggle with consistency. I struggled with that. Even now, I mean, you think about it, you do so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing so much, being pulled in different ways, but I have to make sure I conserve my energy.
Yeah.
Make sure I execute one thing at a time properly, and understand that, hey, look, man, if shit don't get done, it's another day.
Gotcha.
Ain't nothing gonna change. Nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
Be all right.
So what is next for Zeus? Like, what are your short-term goals, long-term goals? What are your goals for even the next couple of days, couple of weeks while you're here?
My goal for this year is a bunch of little projects that move to a larger vision. But I started my company this year, Top Rope Studios.
Nice.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Top Rope Studios will be a digital platform that creates exclusive content for people of color. We will have
I love that
top
word.
rope animations with kids. So I'll have a series for children. I'll have docu-series and unscripted because I love documentaries. And I have friends who are talented producers in that. And so I have a documentary that I want to do where it's about Virginia and what it was like growing up here from the police standpoint. And I'm going to get some long-term natives here from the parks, from Norview, Booker T, all these different areas.
Shout out to Booker T! BTW.
There you go. Shout out to Booker T. Shout out to Norview.
All right, pilot.
I know. Boy, if you wanted to see a good fight, you didn't go to HBO. You went to a BTW Norview football game.
You went to BTW anything if you wanted to see a fight.
Listen,
anything.
always.
They was like, who was your rivals? Everybody.
Everybody.
Exactly.
Exactly. So yeah, I want long-term goal-wise is just I want this area needs a presence where creatives can go, like Tyler Perry has his studio in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I want to have my own studio here in Virginia, where it's Top Rope Studios and it's sound sets, and I have different shows that I write and produce for myself and others. I'm not going to be the face of all of them.
That's great. That's fucking great. I talked on my first podcast episode. I wanted to do something like a center where people can act and make music and design and art and all that stuff. You know, something that we could have, like, you know, get them while they're young.
Right.
Get them while they're young and all that stuff. And again, like host field trips to Broadway shows,
Right, of
host
course.
symphonies. I mean, you know, symphonies and different stuff so that people can expand their horizons and they can get out of Virginia. They can get out the Hampton Roads. They can get out the.
Do people want to do that stuff though? Like I went to a play, the Bluest of Eyes. It was an opening down at Granby Street. I went.
You seen
Toni
that?
Morrison.
I
Yeah.
just read that in a newspaper yesterday morning, and I said I wanted to check it out.
Norfolk State Theater Department invited me out, and I went, and the play was phenomenal. It was at I believe, the theater company down in downtown Norfolk, and I had never
The
been.
Little Theater of Norfolk?
The Wells.
Okay.
Wells Theater, yeah. And the event was beautiful. It was amazing, and I was like, yo, I've never been here, and I'm from here.
Yeah.
So you gotta ask
Shit
yourself,
is really in our backyard.
Shit is really in our backyard.
And we don't.
But also too, people of color, we've never had a reason to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear that there's a show that you would be interested as somebody in 2019, somebody our demographic, then you would go.
Yeah.
But you need somebody that looks like you that's gonna get you there. So what I provide is, you know what I'm saying, I'm between the college kids and I'm between the old people.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
So we're the glue, we're the middle.
Of course.
And I don't know, man. Like me personally, man, I think that when people see me doing what I'm doing, I think it'll spark other people to say, yo, Zeus doing it, so fuck it. And that's what we need. We need more creatives in this area. First off, I love what's going on in downtown Norfolk, by the way. Every time I come, it feels more creative.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm for that 110%.
Yeah. Neon. Shout out to the Neon District. Shout out to North. I mean, because they really are trying to do some things, y'all. But again, like I said, come out to these city hall meetings.
Yeah.
So you can really find out because they're doing some shit. They are doing some shit.
When the city hall meetings? How often are those?
The city hall meetings. So I just went to this one this last Tuesday. So they're every other Tuesday. So it's not this Tuesday. I don't know if you'll still be here, but there will be another city hall meeting next Tuesday. And if you are here, I'm inviting you to the meeting because I know you said that you wanted to get into front of the who you need to get in front of.
Yeah.
And since I've been getting the traffic light installed in Norfolk, I have a meeting with
Go ahead, you getting change done.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
man,
yes.
This is what change looks like right here. Look at the eyebrows.
Come on, look at
That's
me.
change eyebrows.
Look
Look
at
at that. Look at this. Baby
But
hair
yeah,
laid.
so and I mean again, like I have a meeting with them like every month, sometimes once or twice a month. But then it's like when I get to the table, I'm like, I brought all these people to this table because we wouldn't even be having this meeting had I not stood up, had I not said that we need a traffic light and all that stuff. So definitely with what you're trying to do, I'll definitely make sure I let you know. If you're still here,
Keep
if
me
you're still
informed.
here,
Most
I will
definitely.
definitely keep you informed because, I mean, there are people who are putting on and attempting to put on and trying to put on because Norfolk again, has a lot to offer. My eyes is watering because I was yawning, but trying to not. But yeah, Norfolk has a lot to offer, and there is a lot of things that they are trying to do and trying to build. But again, if we get people like us and our generation, the millennials and all that stuff, that come together and be like, yes, this is what the city needs, this is what we don't need. This is not no retirement place. I mean, yeah, we have the largest naval base here. We should be lit as a motherfucker. We should be lit. And that's why I had asked you, what did you think about Something in the Water?
I was so relieved that Pharrell was able to finally get Something in the Water popping because he's been doing this for a while. Pharrell is not only trying to do that, Netflix Pharrell got Netflix to send, that President Netflix to send a letter saying we want to shoot film in Virginia, but we need the taxes to be lowered. Just like that's why so much filming is going on in Atlanta. Wow. And even South Carolina, North Carolina, they were, before Atlanta, they had the tax break.
Yeah.
And me as a filmmaker, I'm writing films right now.
Yeah.
I'm writing short films.
Yeah.
And I want to film them in my backyard of Virginia. But when the city does not support the creatives that create, they don't understand that the more you let us create here, the more money this place makes.
Come on.
The more that the noise that we make, they'll come to
you need to be at a city hall meeting.
They don't understand that cinematically, the way our country has worked is the people who are filmmakers shape people's perception of life. It was a film called Birth of a Nation. And a lot of people think that the Ku Klux Klan, because I watched Black Klansman, I've seen Black Klansman. I talked to the people who created Black Klansman at one of the Oscar events, and I was just talking to them. And
Oscar bitch trying to be like that.
You stupid. And a lot of people don't know, but the Ku Klux Klan never had the cross burning a part of their tradition ever. It was not. It's not.
So
a Ku
where
Klux
did it
Klan.
come from?
It came from the movie Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation was a movie
Nat Turner, Nate
was
Parker.
shown. It was shown in the White House actually, and it was white sheets and guys riding in horses, and black people were depicted at pickaninnies and things like that. And they set a cross on fire just because they thought it looked good on screen. And when the Ku Klux Klan saw that, and mind you, the President of the United States showed this film in the White House. And that's how they took that. And for decades, just that cross burning has been a part of their narrative because of cinematically. So if we show ourselves what's going on here, Something in the Water Fest, and we needed to go successful because it makes no sense. I mean, I understand back in the 80s, 3 decades ago, that something bad happened, but the interesting thing is, and to that person that lost their life, man, I totally understand. However, it makes me question or ask myself if this event was not predominantly for black people, would this have happened?
Right.
Or would they have just said, hey, things happened this year, and let's do it next year.
Right.
But Virginia Beach and Norfolk has a prejudiced divisional line between. It's almost still segregation at some point.
Yeah, it is, because they don't even still want to take the tide all the way to the ocean
because they don't want niggas at the beach.
Exactly.
They don't want these Norfolk niggas at the beach on the transit, because if they do, they'll have a certain demographic that they don't like. But what they don't understand is, Virginia, we're stronger together.
Exactly.
We're stronger
so why
together.
try to separate us? Like,
don't separate us. It's not a color
to,
thing.
It's not.
It's not. I have
not.
a lot of great white friends, Hispanic friends, all those different things. And when you have old leadership in Virginia Beach, we're just continuing the history of prejudice and racism in Virginia.
Shout out to Aaron Rouse. Aaron Rouse is one of the new City of Virginia Beach city councilmen. He played for the New York. He from Virginia Beach, went to Virginia Tech. Played for the New York Giants, I believe, also maybe like the Arizona Cardinals or something. So he also played a huge part. And I think he's like, I don't know if he's like the first black person like on the Virginia Beach City Council or whatever, but he played a huge part in, basically shaping the idea and shaping the minds to have something in the water. So definitely major props to Aaron Rouse, who is a Virginia native, 757 Hampton Roads, because if it wasn't for, him, and we've been needing this for forever.
Yes.
They took Am Fram Fest away from us. But we know the things that used to happen. However, I mean, that was something that we had.
Yeah, but here's the thing. People that make decisions like that, if it's lucrative for them in a green perspective, certain things tend to just, that's okay then. You know what I'm saying? So we just need new leadership in the city, which is difficult to do, but I don't see difficult. You gotta understand, man. When you from Norfolk, Virginia, from Norview, 6351 Piccadilly Square apartment B.
Come on, Piccadilly. My cousin used to stay on Piccadilly.
You know what I'm saying? 2-bedroom apartment, 1 bathroom, 8 other people, 600 square feet.
Yeah.
I don't. What other limitations is bigger than that?
Yeah.
So I'm not the person to say you can't do anything, because like I'd be like, oh, you can't. But I know that with my city and the right leadership, with people like yourself, we have to put all our efforts together, and together we move forward, not individualistic.
We have to progress together.
It's a new day. You can feel the energy in the city now. You know, like Norfolk State just won a Grammy with that video that they did.
Yes, Rick showed me the video.
Exactly.
It was the it was a rock band.
Yeah, it was a rock band.
A hard rock band. They
killed
that.
They killed that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, stuff like that is happening.
Was
more
it
in the
Rick?
city.
Rick or Mark? Who showed me that video? March. Yes, they killed that.
And Norfolk State's homecoming just gets larger and the student body. I got to really give a shout out to the student body in Norfolk State, because they're really taking advantage of this digital world where they're starting to go viral.
Yes,
they're understanding hashtags. They're understanding ISOs and how to collaborate and make energy. And that's the energy I want. Like, I want to teach the students of Norfolk State University, as well as ODU, Hampton, all these different places. But my company, Top Rope Studios, will have a HBCU digital workshop, and this goes on tour. And we'll teach kids how we're doing what we're doing with just some microphones and a couple of phones, and just how to tell a story. Because most people don't have the money to do this, but you don't need the money to do it. You need somebody to show you how to do it.
Right.
You know, and if I have myself and I know how to do it, then I can take my team, you know, Top Rope Studios, and we can go and get these. We can start telling our story.
Right.
And other people won't have to.
Right.
Teach these kids how to tell our story, give them what they need, because we don't support the arts, but whenever the arts has something popping, people try to jump on the bandwagon.
Exactly.
You could jump on the bandwagon, but at least give us financial support. Give us allow us the power and the control that we need to create an individualistic experience. So anything that I do, if I cannot control the narrative into where, you know, I can create the experience or video that I need to do, that's fine, but that's not a Top Ropes project. I'm just in collaboration with somebody else, you know? So, yeah, man, we don't need permission to do things. Just network across. Don't have to network up.
Network across, not network up. Absolutely. So, is there anything else that you would like to say or let people know?
Hell no, I've been talking too much.
Okay. Y'all, I mean, it has definitely been an honor and been a pleasure to sit down with you again after some years.
Some years, man.
Some years. Yes. So, thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations on your show. This is the 33rd episode, 34th?
32nd.
32nd
32nd. 32 consecutive weeks.
32 consecutive weeks. That is a big accomplishment.
Yes.
Like the consistency of it, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shout out to you, Viz Inc., Mark. Man,
yes, everybody
Mark
here.
J.
Because that's who brought us together. Viz Inc.
Viz Inc. is the most underrated production company ever. Viz Inc. I mean, I share this Oscar with them because these brothers invested in me. They poured into me. They could have told me, hey, you don't know how to do shit, piss off. But even when I didn't know how to edit, Mark would tell you, I was just around.
Yeah.
I would just come around, and then they was like, oh, we want to do you for voiceover. So I started doing that.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I want to do this Humpday Romance thing. And then once I started annoying them with editing that shit every goddamn day, they taught me how to edit, and I had to do it myself. But yeah, man, Viz Inc., I think, will be one of the premier production companies very soon in this area where, I mean, big boy shit.
Right. I mean, look
big
look who they're producing. Come on now. They produce you, me, Troy. Have you worked with Troy?
We worked together when I was here. No,
okay.
Yep.
Shout out to Troy. What he was? I hate VA when he was here, but what is it now? He's I Love LA now. Who knows? But shout out to Troy, yo. Like I mean, we definitely did a lot of work together. Shout out to Viz Inc.
Yeah, man.
We just Poppin'.
Poppin'.
But y'all, this is all I have for you today. This is Mr. Humpday Romance himself, Oscar Award winning top rope Zeus. Okay, it's in the building, and he is on This Is For My Ladies. All right. So, anything you want to say before you go?
Respect. That's about it. Live your dreams, not your reality.
This is For My Ladies. I'm Tisha the Diva, and I am out.